Hi, Barbara Friedberg here, former portfolio manager and university investments instructor. Here to help you decide whether Robinhood, Acorns, or M1 Finance is the best investment app for you. Lucky for you that each of these apps are a little bit different. So once you figure out the similarities and the differences, the pros, the cons, and what you're looking for, your decision should be pretty easy to make. So let's get started. You'll find out which is better. Is Acorns better than Robinhood? What's the difference between Acorns and Robinhood? Or is M1 Finance better than Acorns? And there are no easy answers because the best investment app is the one that fits your needs and goals first. We'll look at, first of all, how much money do you have to start with? Do you want to invest in individual stocks and funds, or would you prefer a solely pre-made investment portfolio where you don't have to pick and choose the investments? So let's get going. Overview first. And remember, why are you investing? Simply put, investing is one of the best ways to turn small amounts of money into great wealth over many years. And what you're doing when you're investing is simply buying shares or pieces of well-known companies in the US and abroad, or with the case of bonds, you're lending money to these companies. And as long as you think the companies in the US and abroad are going to grow and prosper, then you have a good chance of joining them in their additional wealth-making capacity. So they can make you money if you invest in their firms. So let's get started. What is Robinhood? Robinhood has been all over the news. It's an investment app, and it is free, which means you can buy and sell stocks, funds, cryptocurrency, and even options with no commissions. But just because you can doesn't mean you should. Next, Acorns is designed for those of you with, how should I put it? Okay, not much money at all. And you just want to get started in the investment markets. So Acorns takes your spare change and starts it into the investing markets. M1 Finance is a little bit of a mix between both Acorns and Robinhood. You have your choice of investing in stocks and exchange-traded funds, which are simply baskets of different stocks and bonds already pre-made for you. And then you also have the chance at M1 Finance to jump into pre-made investment portfolios, or as M1 Finance likes to call them, pies. And M1 Finance will invest those on your behalf and according to the strategies that you prefer. Okay, so which one should you choose? Well, let's break it down. First of all, if you have less than $100, you'll clearly go with Acorns or Robinhood because they require a zero minimum commission. But frankly, M1 Finance requires only $100. And if you're starting to invest, you should be able to scrape together $100 from your paycheck to get started investing. So none of these should be too financially difficult to dive into. Now, how do the fees work? Because we all know there's no such thing as a free lunch. Robinhood enables you to buy and sell stocks, funds, options, and cryptocurrency with no commissions or management fees, while Acorns has a monthly fee. For their basic service, it's $1 a month, so that's $12 a year, unless you're a student with an EDU email address, and then it is free. For more features or plans, including a retirement account, you're going to pay a little bit more per month. Now, M1 Finance also is free for their basic system. No commissions, no management fees. You get investing commission free, and you get access to pre-made investment portfolios, as well as rebalancing back to that original mix of stocks, bonds, and funds that you selected in the beginning. If you want more features, well, you'll pay an extra $125 for additional features at M1 Finance. Okay, some of the things that you need to know that are a little bit like add-ons. Robinhood offers extended hours trading. So if you're an investor that wants to buy and sell shares in individual stocks or trade options a lot, you're not a buy and hold investor, you're a trader. Well, then you might select Robinhood. They also have some really good educational content. If you're a small investor just getting started, then Acorns might be the place for you to start. What happens is once you link your accounts, they round up from an odd number purchase. So let's say you go to Starbucks, you buy a coffee for $2.50. The additional 50 cents between $2.50 and $3 is moved to an investment account. And once that balance reaches $5, they will invest that money for you in a mix of funds across stocks and bonds in an asset allocation, which again is a fancy way of saying just an investment mix based on your risk tolerance, with more money going to stock investments, which are a little more volatile, and less for more conservative investors going into bond type investments, which are a little less volatile and lower returns. Top feature at M1 Finance is they offer close to 6,000 stocks and investment funds, as well as a variety of pre-made portfolios with a whole bunch of different strategies, which we'll cover very soon. I like M1 Finance a lot, and in fact, I do have an account with them because I love the idea that you can choose a pre-made investment portfolio, and then they rebalance it whenever you push a button, or you can set it up for automatic rebalancing back to your original asset mix. And what rebalancing will do for you, I know if you've been around the investing world a little bit, you've heard that term. What that means is it keeps your investments from getting too volatile, which means too many ups and downs, and it may even increase your returns over the long term. Okay, free services. Who doesn't love free? Robinhood, like we said, commission-free trading with their first two, Robinhood Cash and Instant. Talked about Acorns, free account management with an EDU email address. And M1 Finance has commission-free trading and rebalancing. Now, customer support, I don't want to gloss this over. I want to be really clear because it's a problem. Many investment platforms have long waits and difficulty getting through to customer service. And especially if you're a newbie, that can be really tricky. Robinhood only offers email support. And there have been quite a few complaints. So go in knowing that if you're going to need some help and you foresee that you're going to want customer support and you don't really know a lot about investing, I might skip over Robinhood. Again, Acorns offers email and phone support. So you can actually talk to someone at Acorns. So that's a little bit of a step up. And M1 Finance also offers email and phone support. So what can you invest in? If you're at Robinhood, pretty much you've got your pick of stocks, many stocks, many options, exchange traded funds, crypto. So Robinhood clearly has the broadest mix of investment choices. Acorns makes up your portfolio for you based on the specifications that you give them in the beginning from a quick risk questionnaire. And you will get then a ready-made investment portfolio. And they are made up of exchange traded funds, which, as I said before, they're just groups of different investments. We love Vanguard, BlackRock, and iShares, which are the funds that are used in the Acorns platform. The reason we love them is they're low fees and they're well managed. On the other hand, at M1, you can get thousands of exchange traded funds and stocks. The bond funds are included in your exchange traded funds, and you get your pre-made investment portfolios. So love, love, love that. Now on to the types of accounts. Robinhood offers an individual account, and they also offer an IRA, which is a retirement account. Little better is Acorns, which has a taxable brokerage account. They have an IRA account. They have a checking with a debit card. And actually, Robinhood does have a cash account with a debit card as well. But if you're looking for a wider variety of account types, then you've got to go with M1 because they have both single and joint taxable brokerage accounts. They have Roth, traditional rollover, and a SEP IRA business account. They have trust accounts and additional business type accounts. If you would like to head on over to the platforms right now because you feel like you have enough to make a decision, below we have links for you to click on. They are affiliate links, which mean if you do click on them, I will get and sign up through that link. I get a small commission to help fund the expenses of this channel. So now and this review, also you have a link to this so you can read through the complete comparison review, as well as links to individual analyses of both M1 Finance and Robinhood. So let's move on. Who benefits? We want to know which one is right for you. M1 Finance is going to be awesome if you want both pre-made investment portfolios and the opportunity to choose your own stocks and exchange traded funds. It's also wonderful if you want free rebalancing. I love that feature. And it's not available at too many robo-advisors, although we will list a few in the notes below of other robo-advisors that do offer free investment management. Now, remember, I've been talking about all those pre-made portfolios at M1 Finance. Well, here are the categories of them. So if you're not a do-it-yourselfer and you just want to pick an investment portfolio and have it managed for you for free, and also a cash account, and M1 Finance also has lending if you want to borrow money for any purpose, the minimum account value is $5,000 before you can start borrowing. But anyhow, back to the types of managed accounts. They have general investing according to your risk tolerance, which simply like your typical robo-advisor. Then they have retirement portfolios, or pies as they call them, socially responsible. Income earners, for those of you that want a little bit of an income stream. I personally like that and have one of my holdings is in the income earners pre-made portfolio. Then if you're a little bit more adventuresome, you might want to follow a hedge fund investment mix. And then you can choose from different industries or sectors, from tech or healthcare or whatever you're mostly interested in. So they are great if you really want just a comprehensive investment portfolio where you can do a little buying and selling of stocks and funds on your own, or choose from pre-made portfolios. You want ready rebalancing either at will when you're interested in that, or to set it up on an automatic basis. Then go for M1 Finance. Okay, so Acorns. Down to Acorns is great. Like I said, if you just don't have any money, you're just starting out. You're not going to really grow a ton of wealth by investing 50 cents or $1 a day. I'm going to be really honest with you. So the more you invest now, the more money you're going to invest later. And typically a rule of thumb is $10 invested today will yield you $100 at retirement if you're in your 20s and 30s. So $1,000 today is $10,000 in retirement. So think of that before you spend $5 on your next Starbucks order. You might rather save that money so that you have $50 in retirement. So go with Acorns if you want a spare change app that automatically invests your extra money in the financial markets. Now, of course, you can also add money and invest that through the Acorns app as well. And I suggest that you do if you decide to go with Acorns. They also rebalance it and manage your investments too. Now, the fees are low. They're not free like at M1 and at Robinhood, but they are low. Robinhood is a whole different thing. They don't have any managed portfolios, and they're just for investors, traders who want to buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptocurrency. Robinhood's great if you're seeking after-hours trading, you're comfortable managing your own investments, you're okay with an individual account, and you don't need to talk with someone on customer service. So let's wrap it up now. I could go on, but your time is valuable. You want to get started investing now, because the sooner you invest, the more money you're going to have for your later future goals, buying a house, retirement, putting your kids through college, etc. So we go through fees and minimums. We've already talked about that. Investment options, they're all diversified. So you're going to get enough diversification in each one of the platforms. They're all secure. You can trust that your money will be safe with them, not from the ups and downs of the stock market, but from failure if any of the companies does go belly up. Now, borrowing, we've talked about M1 Finance enabling you to borrow for any reason. Robinhood also offers borrowing, but they call it margin, and you can borrow more at Robinhood. You can borrow up to $1,000 for free, but again, be careful, because if you borrow money, and you can use that borrowed money to buy more stocks and funds, but if you borrow money to buy stocks and funds, and those stocks and funds go down in value, you still have to pay the money back plus interest. So be careful when you're borrowing money. So as a wrap up, here's the final information about how you decide which to invest in. M1 Finance is best if you want a pre-made portfolio with the option to pick and choose individual stocks. It's great if you want a cash management debit account, as well as the opportunity to borrow. Acorns is a good investment if you're new, you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of cash. Robinhood is for you if you want to buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrency. But be careful, because the more you buy and sell, the more taxes you're going to have to pay, and you need to be aware of that when you are trading. So thank you so much for showing up. Put your questions in the comments, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Barbara Friedberg, and please subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.